DiscoVision that you be the boss. Now I'd like to show you some of the valuable things your MCA DiscoVision system lets you do. Most persons find it more convenient. Gently pull up as you press down on the center shaft with your thumb. You'll hear a click. Simply plug one jack into this outlet. How about that? Pretty easy, isn't it? DiscoVision. This red light comes on. Simply press stop.
Well, hello everybody. That was Anders Enger Jensen with MCA DiscoVision. How's everyone doing? Hey, surviving the storms? They're still ongoing. They're still ongoing. I'll show you. They're still ongoing. Trust me. Ryan off. They're still ongoing.
But over here near Ogden, we're seeing a significant uptick
this thing
in
is popping off CGs right in front of me like crazy.
Ogden. That's moving up towards.
So if you guys got weather, I would head on over to Ryan Hall's YouTube channel. Check that out. He does live coverage and stuff, and he also has the Y'all Squad Foundation, which has raised over $216,000 for people affected by natural disasters. How cool is that? Now, of course, you know,
Potomac, Alvin.
I didn't say YouTube to play the video. So, yeah, I have two late. I'm starting to sound like RFK Jr. here. I have a few new videos. I have, wow, this one has 144 views. The Minecraft burger video that I made to announce in a Minecraft stream that I'm going to be doing this up and coming Saturday. And then I have one that hopefully educates people on not to park underneath overpasses. And then this one.
Welcome to beautiful Angel Block. Magical YouTube channel.
I don't know what happened to the audio on this video. Honestly, I went back and I tried to fix the audio 4 times. And whenever I upload it, it's just way overblown out. I don't get it. This video actually took me a lot of tries because I had to be stopped recording due to weather hindered me several times on doing this video because I have to turn off the computer because of the power fluctuations and stuff. And then on top of that, yeah, weather. And then one of the hard drives has started failing on me. It seems like 2025 has been the year of hard drive failures. And yeah, and then when I went to go edit it, a bunch of files were corrupted, so it just led to video editors crashing over and over again. It was a nightmare. And then I had to stop at least twice and leave the house and go to other places. And then there was storms coming again, and I finally just decided that it's good, it's going up, and if YouTube breaks the audio, so be it, right? So just adjust your volume. That's all I got to say. But other parts of it seems to not be bad.
Disabled this warning in the drivers. I don't understand how it's out-of-date drivers.
And plus, that headset was really bad.
2021.
Here,
And
see the audio bad.
Had a little bit older hardware when it came out. Oh, and look, Fraps is running now. So, yeah, I couldn't get Fraps to run.
achieved with
And there's Goat Simulator and stuff, but the audio's just weird, and I tried to fix it, and whatever. And then I have a new try video. So, yeah, there's that. And as I'm doing this live stream, I just want to show you, like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, there was a tornado watch to the south. As you can see, they finally got rid of it. And then we have this whole line of storms that totally missed me. But look at all of it. Look at all of it. You got severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings with it. And then there is some stuff that's blowing up south of me. So it seems like every day that there is storms. Storms on top of storms. It's absolutely insanity. Wait, I just clicked the wrong darn thing here. I wanted to click on the old Xbox. What the Police Simulator. Firefighter Simulator. No thanks. Look at this. Look at this. Police Simulator. We got Firefighter Simulator. Oh yeah, by the way, the newest add-on to the Xbox stuff. Yeah. Anyways. I go to cloud streaming because that's the thingy that I like to go to, and excuse me? Oh. Yeah, that's because the camera's off. But the webcam in this laptop kind of sucks. But I'm sitting here seeing all the games that they have available with keyboard and mouse support. And I think it's very, very limited. Yeah, come on. Give some more titles that has keyboard and mouse control when playing on the cloud. That's crazy. I guess if I wanted to, I would install a game and then uninstall it because this computer does not have very much hard drive space. Though I am curious. I'm curious though. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now, in order to install stuff, I would have to install the EA app, and I don't want to do that on this computer. I don't know. We'll just go cloud. It's easier. So I'm trying to as much as I try to make the do the insider build of the Xbox app, I keep on trying to say here's what we need to do, and try to make suggestions to make it better, and yet nothing. Oh my god. They don't even have... I was going to play a game, but I don't even see it on available for cloud streaming. they don't have it. Well, that sucks. There was a game that I played and I didn't care for it too much. I tested it. Oh crap. I know. I tested it on the phone with touch controls and it was very, very bad. And then I tested it on my old PC and we had some problems with that. It kept on wanting to go in window mode, but yeah, so we're just going to play it here on the cloud. And we probably won't play this game for long because I don't like some of the aspects of it. Oh yeah, we got music, forgot. I have to mute the sound. Yeah, Need for Speed Unbound. For some reason, on the old computer, this took 5 years to do. You know what? What the hell? Yeah, there's the comic book aspect to the game. I don't understand what the motive for this was.
Let's see what this thing's got. Flooring.
Ooh, she's fast, yes.
Corner coming up.
I see it.
I'm not very good at drifting, okay?
Glad I got the handling right.
Come on. You thought we weren't making it.
Shut up and test out the knobs.
No use having all these horses if we ain't gonna run them.
Keep pressing the horn.
Love the smell of knobs.
Gonna smell like victory when we cross that finish line.
That's some grade A confidence.
You blame me? The car is straight fire, Yaz.
Those months of...
I don't see the car on fire.
I've been watching the scene for so long. I can't believe we're finally getting the chance to race.
Why does it feel like the controls are like so... like everything's like going through mud or something? I don't get that.
Damn, would you look at that? Lakeshore Street Racing Community on display.
It's time to play.
Finally, we're off the bench and in the game. Our baby is holding her own.
Did you think we'd ever do this? On the sidelines, at the meetups, watching all these races?
I always dreamed, but here now, weaving through the streets.
I gotta stop pressing that button.
It's freedom.
Whoa, pretty deep. Usually you're all just, pass me the torque wrench, Bill.
Must be the car.
Alright, I gotta shut off the horn.
Sorry about that.
You barely even touch it and it wants to sound the horn.
We can buff that out.
I can't believe Rydell gave us a junker and we turned her into this.
What was the boss thinking, letting her rust in the garage?
He was gonna work on it, just never found the time.
Well, he's gonna lose his shit when he sees her now.
Alright,
We're gonna do
y'all
Rydell's
can
rides
shut up
proud.
now, huh?
Put the garage on the map.
Oh, Popo. And it goes to a black screen.
Damn, we got some cops out here.
The hell they come from?
Stevenson should set her attack dogs on some real criminals.
They're fast.
Lose the cops at the bridge, quick! It's cool. Just need to touch up the paint job a little.
Don't care. Okay.
It's all in the reflexes.
Who knew you had them? Nice driving, seriously.
Nice mechanicking. Seriously.
Lake ain't ready for this. Their worries.
Whose words?
Street racing community. We're making a splash.
What? Already?
Didn't take long for the lake to notice.
What? I went through the barricade. Like, seriously?
They were jaywalking anyway.
Alright, we're coming up to the bridge.
Hit the gas.
Shit, Yaz, I don't know about this.
How else we gonna lose the cops?
Let me guess. We are. Oh my God! There's copyright music. La 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 la. Dude, this stop. This stop. Stop. I had to yell over the copyright music. All right. But there's no. Text to edit. Beautiful Angel Blossom, YouTube. Alright, no more music. Oh, I don't want to get a copyright. I don't even hear people talking. I don't hear any sounds. Did I mess up something? Oh, come on, just... It won't let me do anything. I said play. I don't care. Is there any free? There's no free play? Like world exploring, you gotta do this crap? Like, where is the free run at? How do you go out and free run? I can move this around, but I guess this. I don't care. At this point, I don't care. Now can I exit off the garage? No, I don't have no sound. What did I do? Okay. What did I do? Master volume. Oh. Music. The music was done off, so why was there music? Oh, pursuit music. Let's turn that off. Free roam music. Never. Car volume. Speech volume. Thank you.
Hey, Rydell.
Hey, kid. What's happening out there?
Well, we just headed out, so not much.
Hey, Rydell. Know any good spots to eat in the Heights?
Ha ha ha. I said no heights, no eats, no assholes.
I hear you. We'll just find something when we get there. Maybe roast a steak over a dumpster fire.
Hey.
She's joking. You're joking, right, Yaz?
Sure, totally.
Yo, first meetup as racers. You ready?
Just be cool, alright? We gotta look like we know what we're doing.
What
There'll
just
be some big
happened?
players there today, and they ain't gonna hang with us if we look basic.
All right. I mean, we're good enough, right?
Our ride has to match our ambition. It needs to look the part. Racing ain't just about winning.
Just hope we don't disappoint.
I'll just hang with your girl. I know what's up. Jeez, don't mind us.
What is this like? Mix of Need for Speed, mix Grand Theft Auto? Weird stuff. I made it.
Whoa. I've never seen a meetup this packed before. Better get your game face on.
Okay. I got whoever decided to put the horn button on the steering is stupid. Because I always want to press down that button. Comic book characters in a video game.
Let's go!
This Countach is slow.
What?
I'm feeling the pressure.
Then strap in.
Welcome to Lakeshore. You have to be this tall to ride.
I got this. I'm doing this.
Why is there a taxi cab in my way?
That's it. Keep up with them.
I'll meet you if you win.
Cops.
If we get pulled over, I'ma tell them you jacked me.
Wait, what?
Just playing. I'm glad that you in the car with me. Been a long time coming. Just don't tell Rydell.
Tell him what?
That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't even get close to that stupid truck. I went beside it. I went to go repair my vehicle. What was the point?
I ain't far behind.
hit something back there.
Yeah, it's called a wall.
What's slipping? I'm through.
You playing tag with them?
Fourth place. I think it's because the car's red.
That meetup felt weird. It needed a bit more style, you know?
You wouldn't know style if it fell out of the sky.
Please, I'm only letting you drive this thing because you needed something to do.
What are you talking about? I have lots to do.
Oh, I just tagged that cop car. Did you see that?
The usual.
I'm telling you, when I'm running those meetups, they'll be epic.
When you're running those meetups?
I'm not gonna be in that garage forever, you know. This girl's got ambition, feel me?
Ambition to finally get some style.
I always have a plan.
I don't doubt that. I do doubt that you have style, though.
Why does the cop sound like a different country's,
This top's gonna get away from us, folks. This chase has just left the road, dispatch.
I think we did it.
Find this pump at all costs.
Knew they couldn't keep up with us.
a gas station repair?
Mayor Morgan Stevenson is ready to help rebuild Lakeshore.
Because a city is
Anybody
only
say
as
turn on the
strong
radio?
as its foundation.
Morgan
Let's-
Stevenson is that foundation.
Yap,
People
yap,
on
yap,
Riverside
yap.
Construction, making Lakeshore great again, one corporate headquarters at a time.
Oh, goody. More tech billionaires. Just what the lake needs.
I didn't. Where did I go? Was it supposed to take place in Chicago, right? Lakeshore, Chicago.
I didn't see that.
Oh, I tried to hit that cop, take that cop down. Cop just went on past me, what? I thought I was in a pursuit. Well.
Cops on our tail.
This cloud hit us.
We've almost given him the slip.
That's... What?
Lost visual on that 2440. Calling it.
Honestly...
You better be careful with her.
I gotta go potty. I will be right back. Well, I'm back. Ow, I almost ripped the headset off my head because... Razor, I don't know what you're doing with your cords, but they keep twisting up, and it's absolutely the most stupidest thing that I've ever seen happen on a product. Water. Well, the card's not too badly messed up, is it?
Just trading some paint.
People like taxi cabs.
Here we go.
Hope just knocked us.
Don't know what they're...
Oh, that was this. I just did the pit. I just did the pit.
Hey, all patrol here. We're good to engage.
Almost lost them.
Here we go.
Damn, I thought we lost them.
Hope's in a Lamborghini, dispatch.
All units, we've had reports of the vehicle in Duncan Bay.
Don't know what they're stressing about. It's only a scratch.
All units, we have a visual on the perp entering Kennedy Drive. All units, be advised reinforcements are just minutes away.
Ooh, reinforcements.
Oh, you playing with the cops, huh?
Driver will be in cuffs very soon, team.
Reinforcements are coming.
Gonna try to get this pump to hit the brake.
All units, this is dispatch. Go get them.
These cops want us bad.
That cop just drove off of a cliff.
Man, this creep can't drive.
I don't know what just happened there.
Moving into the slant.
Why does that sound like a sick tornado siren?
Damn, those cops are pretty precious about their paint jobs, huh?
What is
All
happening?
Units, we have a visual on the perp entering Kennedy test track.
Almost lost them.
Suspect can't be far. I'll find him. Don't worry. Dispatch, we lost him. Pursuit ending.
Okay. This game's really hard to control.
Like this, huh?
Didn't even care.
You playing tag with them?
What the hell? Really?
It's on.
It takes that much, really.
Control, this is Patrol. We're joining the pursuit.
We've almost given him the slip. We got cops on our tail again.
That pip everyone's calling in about is in a Lamborghini dispatch.
Felon last spotted in Yams Park.
Wait, what? That guy's driving into the lake.
Can't hold out much longer. I need to get in front of this clown and try to slow them down.
Additional reinforcements are making their way to you.
Don't know what they're stressing about. It's only a scratch.
All units, we have a visual on the perp entering Palemore.
Oh.
Reinforcements are coming.
Almost lost him. Look out! Come on. We got cops on our tail again.
That pip everyone's calling in about is in a Lamborghini dispatch.
This is dispatch. All units, this is dispatch. Go get them.
Relax now. AWD is here.
They were jaywalking anyway.
Time to rattle some skulls with this one.
We got more if you want it.
Ooh, what did they hit?
Suspect last seen entering University Central.
I think we did it.
I think I just lost. Suspect
Seriously? They back on us?
got a scumbag in a Lamborghini dispatch.
All units, suspect last spotted at Douglas Park.
These guys do not like being played with.
This is dispatch. Reinforcements
I ain't playing
are
with
almost
nobody.
A couple more turns and we shake them. Looks like we gotta lose them again.
Perp's got fancy wheels. A Lamborghini.
done. Be advised, we have reports of the suspect at Douglas Park.
Racer has entered the freeway dispatch.
giving them the slip.
What just happened?
Seriously? They back on us?
Jackass is in a Lamborghini.
Hang on, reinforcements are almost there. This is dispatch. We've just received reported sightings of the suspect at Douglas Park. All units, Burt last seen entering Underwood Garden. All units, additional backup is on its way.
They ain't giving up.
Where are you, sucker?
This is dispatch. Roadblock deployed.
Nah, just giving you a little nudge that we here.
Don't be long before I have this fucking cut. Oh! Spike strippers connected with the first.
That was stupid.
Can't hold out much longer.
All units, Burt last seen entering North Oaks.
Did the car just fix itself?
It's too damn fast. 2440 is banked up.
Oh. How did I get busted?
Our suspect mashed up their vehicle.
I was moving. Well, poopy.
How'd it go out there today?
Car's looking good. The driving ain't bad either.
You two make a winning team. Speaking of winning, you see those new cars out front? I got a client wants one of them back tomorrow. Looking for that.
I can't
Jasmine
even
touch.
change the color.
Nice. No sweat, boss. I'll
Like a
take care of it
basic
tonight.
color, I can't change the color. I can't do a basic color. Oh, that just sucks. That's it. Whatever. That's stupid. Why not just, why do you gotta unlock something? Why don't it just have a basic car feature? Like,
Watch out for blue lights. Heat from earlier ain't died down yet.
why?
Imagine us on the evening news. Rydell would blow a gasket.
Hey, it would be great PR for the garage. So what's next for you?
After the race?
After the race, after Rydell's. You can't work there your whole life.
These two people
Never
are
thought
gonna
about
make
it.
out.
I was just focused on getting out of the foster system. Rydell's Rides is exactly where I need to be. He's been good to us.
Yeah, he has. Tell you the truth, most stable place I've been in a minute. But sometimes, I don't know, I get this itch in the back of my skull.
No. We found somewhere we belong now. Somewhere solid. And we got a plan. Win shit.
No, we gonna win shit. Lots of shit.
We got company. Who's in the Lamborghini? Herb just knocked us.
We've almost given him the slip.
I gotta play the same stupid race again?
Right out in front of him. Lost visual on the driver. Calling it.
Too good for these guys.
Yep, I gotta play the same race all
You
over
know
again.
we can't enter every event, right? We ain't got the money for the big leagues yet.
Eh, whatever. I'm already bored of this game.
Let's see if the hype is justified.
You ain't won nothing yet.
What just happened?
Woo! Sorry about that.
Eat my dust.
Did the game just mess up?
Where's my car?
I'll take that spot just to watch.
They were jaywalking anyway.
The hell?
Win our side bet.
No, don't!
Don't mind us.
This should come as no surprise to you.
Oh my god, this game is stupid.
You better hope that's the last time you do that.
We got more Ed and Jordan.
The competition just got interesting.
Hey, look both ways. We got company.
Racer's vehicle just took some real damage.
My goodness, I don't know. Freaking stupidity. Either it's this car that's stupid or what?
Don't fall too far behind.
Now it's on.
We got more if you want it.
You think you're pretty good, huh?
What the hell? What?
Where'd you come from?
I don't get it.
Damn it.
We got more if you want it.
Alright, looks like I got some competition.
They ain't giving up.
Patrol, ready to take this boat down.
Don't mind us.
Patrol is here, dispatch. That was insane!
Watch out! I've got something special planned for you.
We got more air than mayor.
You're cheating. That's the only explanation.
We're getting in on the action too.
You want some more, huh?
Patrol is joining.
What place am I in? What place was I in? Oh, first place! Oh! Okay.
It's on. They gotta be close to giving up.
What is happening?
Keep searching. They're here. I'm done. I'm turning in.
Too good for these guys.
Everything went in like slow-mo.
Hey kid, yes there?
Yo, what's up?
You see my pipe wrench?
That one you nicknamed Wrenchy?
Yeah, Wrenchy. Where is he?
You try the red cabinet?
Of course I tried the red cabinet. I always try the red cabinet. Never mind.
Where was he?
It was in the,
Red cabinet?
Later, Rydell. Nice driving. Imagine if Rydell could have seen that.
Seriously? He'd lose it.
You know he got up to worse back in the day.
Not right now.
Why?
He does everything by the book.
It's all about family, kid. Just
Alright.
got a text from Rydell.
What? He lose Wrenchy again?
He's left the keys for those new client cars he wants me to work on. Just wait. He's gonna lose his shit when he sees what I can do. Once you're ready to head back to the garage, I'll get started.
Damn. Today was real fun, Yaz. Not sure I'm ready to head back yet.
Yappity yap yap yap.
Come on!
Whoa, those people just rubber banded. Did you see that? That was some rubber bandy. Smell a cop.
That was nothing. So, after Rydell's retired, we've torn up the circuit and become legends of the lake. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Tour all the big stadiums, sell out gigs, get fed grapes by my entourage.
What?
Why? What you got your eyes on?
It's weird, you know, working in the garage and seeing what Rydell's built. Got me thinking maybe I can make something for myself here too.
You did. And we're driving it.
Something more than this car.
I'm just happy we're doing what we're doing. I like working at the garage.
Taking stuff out, tightening
I'm not a
some
fan of
screws,
this game.
putting stuff back in.
It's not just that, come on. What about pizza nights on the sofa? Rydell trying to convince us this is the season the Spins are gonna win?
Pa, and I'm LeBron. You're right. Guess I haven't worked it all out yet.
Ah, dumb
There
kid.
ain't no rush.
Mwah.
Future is like this road.
What?
What is this?
Ahead of us? Lame.
On the verge of busting this punk.
All units, we have a visual on the perp entering Yams Park. Reinforcements are coming.
Looks like we're going off-road, dispatch.
Find your thing of off-road.
All units, be advised we're turning up the heat on this driver.
These cops want us bad.
This car handles like garbage.
Oh, there's no way in hell I'm letting this one get away from me. Come on!
Sound like that lady from that one cop show. Oh no.
Got him.
Scumbag started like a maniac, dispatch.
They gotta be close to giving up.
Keep looking for this asshole. Lost visual on that 2440. Calling it.
Be gentle with her.
I was gentle.
Perfect. Cops on our tail.
That punk just hit us.
What is happening?
Driver will be in cuffs very soon, team.
What was that about?
Patrol here and ready to assist.
Suspect last seen entering University Central.
Just give me a minute.
They gotta be close to giving up. Damn, I thought we lost them.
We're getting calls about us in the Lamborghini dispatch.
I couldn't stop.
Be advised, we have reports of the suspect at University Central.
I have an idea. Get out of my way, van. You're gonna get me arrested.
Scumbag took us out, people.
Oh, where was this thing at?
Pretty cool.
Reinforcements imminent.
The perp escaped on me.
That suspect just lost us at University Central.
I'm gonna have to terminate this pursuit, dispatch. Suspect got away.
I didn't want us to come down. Are you even paying attention?
Nope, not at this point. Whoa! Did you see that car do that shaky shake? What the living? But I made it. See, I made it. We're trying to go for 80s vibe right there with that car.
Rydell, I pulled an all-nighter on those client cars. Looking good, right?
Not bad at all. But you need to remove the filter to make sure you fit the plug back properly. Come on now.
No, I don't.
You know I'd be happier if you did it by the book.
Dude, I don't...
had like 3 cars.
Yeah, not a fan of Need for Speed Unbound. I mean, the cops are corny and cheesy, and there's too much yappity yap going on. Too much yappity yap, the yappity yap. No, look, storms are popping again. The old storms are just a popping, and it's because it's hot outside. That is a mess. Those are just blips. Oh, everybody. My next live stream is definitely going to be Saturday. I'm probably not going to stream until Saturday. But what's up with it says Alex has a video called PlayStation Executives Want Video Games to Fail. What's this all about?
The gaming industry, in my opinion, has become an absolute joke. Every single time I see news about either executives from the industry directly or how a game is performing, it really goes to show that the industry only wants to be supported by just a few, dare I say even whales, that they're looking at directly to continually pump out more money from them. We see this not only in the games right now costing $80 and moving to $90, maybe even $100 at any time soon, but also in the hardware itself, where we saw price increases for the Xbox Series S and S. We're seeing rumors going around that PlayStation may in fact try to increase the cost of their consoles, even though the PS5 Pro is already $700. $800 with the disk drive and the stand, by the way. And then on top of that, GPU manufacturing and pricing being a complete show consistently. While
I'm so glad I got a 4060 with the 13th generation Core i7 and a RTX 4060. I got the last generation cards because it looks like the 50 series is not really that much better.
GPUs are getting nothing but paper launches.
And it's more. I guess it's got more CUDA cores and more AI compute units. But NVIDIA says you're going to get this much frame with the same amount of VRAM. Really? I mean, seriously? They're saying that you're going to get that much of import. And then I seen some other people test it, and the 4060 and the 4070, not the 4060. Oh my god, the 4070. Okay, I need to sleep. The 4060 and the 5060. There's really no difference. People are maybe getting 1 to 2 frames per second better. And NVIDIA is sitting there saying that you get like 20 or 30. And then some people has actually put the 4060M against the 5060M that's for laptops. And some reason or another, some of the 4060 blows the 5060 out of the water in some independent studies. So, someone please explain to me the logic in paying for something that costs a lot more to almost get the same amount of performance. I mean, yes, the 5060 has the, and the 5060, I think that's like 5060, 4060, that's like for 1080p gaming. But, you know, when you get the same amount of VRAM and people are getting almost similar performance, why spend the extra if you already have a 4060?
And are being completely unavailable at MSRP, while the actual stores themselves are marking them up online, or you have to go and get these items scalped. So, if the industry only wants to make money from like 2% of the actual player base, go right ahead and collapse, I say. But the thing is,
I agree.
It's going to go ahead and always get worse.
It always does.
I don't just want to talk about the industry specifically. I want to talk about a couple of things that happened over the weekend. And these two things do in fact coincide together. One of these things is from Shuhei Yoshida, the former executive of PlayStation. And the other thing...
Oh no, he's going to have a bad take, isn't he?
...is Doom the Dark Ages and its player counts on Steam. And no, I'm not kidding. I promise there will be a connection. But let's see what Shuhei said over the weekend, because when you hear it, it's going to be kind of concerning what he says. Hazardor Gaming on Twitter posted this.
I think my nose
Former
is bleeding
PlayStation
a bit.
executive Shuhei Yoshida says $70 or even $80 games are a steal, quote unquote.
Right.
As long as people choose carefully how they spend their money, they should not be complaining.
Right.
Now, I don't know about you, but I kind of lost my mind when I read that tweet. I thought Hazardor was, in fact, compromised. There's no way in hell somebody would even have the audacity or the gumption or the testicular fortitude to say something so incredibly stupid in this economy at this day and age, saying $80 games is a steal.
I wonder what he
reminds me
really
of when
said.
Adam Sessler said Skyrim should have been $100.
Adam Sessler is an idiot.
Because the amount of hours you put into that game should equate to the amount of money.
And he, many years ago, that guy had the gall to call me an idiot, and he had some of the most ignorant takes. And then he went down a rabbit hole and spiraled out of mentally to be unhinged. And he had the gall to call me an idiot.
Money you should spend.
Yeah, Adam Sessler. Who is the idiot now? Oh, how is the G4 Tech TV and whatever, you know, relaunch did for you, buddy? Oh, that's right. You were always on a webcam and always had the baddest takes. Of course, so there was a few other members that had really bad takes, but then you spiraled out of control on Twitter, and then you decided to go down the road of people that need to go see a psychiatrist.
For it. No, he is in fact that. But let's go ahead and see what Shuhei actually said, though, because clearly, maybe Hazardor wrote it wrong. Maybe I read it wrong. It can't be true, right? In the quote directly from Games Radar, Shuhei said this: "I don't believe that every game has to be priced the same." Yoshida continues,
Yes, it
Each
does.
game has different value it provides, or the size of the budget. I totally believe it's up.
So basically, if you have a couple $1 million game and it's an open world game that has like 17 hours of playtime, the game should be $150, $200. Then who the hell is going to play that game? No one. Video games should all have a base price of $50. Make it more affordable.
To the publisher or developer's self-publishing decision to price their product to the value that they believe they are bringing in. Yoshida continues by saying this: in terms of actual price of $70 or $80 for really great games, I think it will be a steal in terms of the amount.
Hey, Yoshida. That's what I think about your thoughts.
Amount of entertainment that the top games, top quality games, bring to people compared to other forms of entertainment. As long as people choose carefully how they spend their money, he continues, I don't think they should be complaining. Sorry, Shuhei. No, I'm going to complain regardless, because the thing is this. What we're looking at is...
Once again, there you go. That's what I think about your whole take, Yoshida.
What the publisher and developer feel that they think they should charge. And do you not clearly think at some point these publishers and developers are going to try and take advantage of you as a customer?
Yeah.
Clearly, they already have. And the thing is, it's going to continue over and over again as we see simps for Mario.
I want to go ahead and say, without Game Pass, I won't be playing a lot of these games. I won't be able to do some of the videos that I am doing because Game Pass allows me to do this. Without Game Pass, I can't do a lot of stuff. Without Game Pass, I won't be able to do Saturday night's Minecraft stream.
Kart World turn around and be like, well, it's Nintendo, I'm gonna give them $80 for it. Or, oh, it's GTA, I'll pay $100 for it. Those games are few and far between in the space. The problem is that other publishers and developers aren't taking things from a perspective of the actual consumer. They're looking at it from the actual perspective of their own pocketbooks. And when they see that other game companies and other publishers are putting out $80 games because of quality, they're gonna think to themselves, our game is worth that too. We've got the ego, we've got the hubris, we could put our games out for $80 and it'll sell, right? Nope, that's not how that works. We can't.
I don't think a lot of games are going to sell very well at $80, $90, $100 plus. If you go to La La Stupid Land, then you're probably end up going to have a failure on your hands. Because if it's just I don't care. No game should cost that much money. People say, well, if it's like some kind of collector's edition, but if it barely has anything and you're still not getting the game for that collector's edition, you just shell out $200 for something like that? Oh yeah, it's a collector's edition, but it only comes with a card to download the game. Shouldn't you get a physical copy of that game if you're paying so much for it? But then again, I think that if games are $50, then collector's editions should be like $70.
Sit here and look at an actual market and have everything dictated by one or two people putting their games out simply because they have a larger following of base to be able to go ahead and bear that market price. Those games shouldn't be costing that much in the first place, because we are still at a point in the actual gaming space where we still have microtransactions, battle passes, 2-day early access for extra $20 for some in particular weird fucking reason. We'll talk about that too as well, by the way. Games come out broken, buggy, need day one patches, constant updates, or they're completely incomplete with modes.
Well, you get a $100 game, and then all of a sudden you have all these microtransactions, and then it wants you to buy more content to unlock the game. It's like that game's going to start costing $1,000 at some point with all the microtransactions. Oh, you bought the game at $100, well, you're going to have to spend an extra $50 to unlock this. Where's the stopping point? Where's the tipping point? Where's the line at? Where does it become no more affordable to play video games anymore? It's already not affordable for me to play video games. I got to have Game Pass in order to be able to afford to play video games. Because I think that $16 $16 a month. You get a card. You can go to Walmart, buy a card. $16 a month is a hell of a lot cheaper than $70, $80, $90, $100 plus video games, because I can't afford anything like that. And sometimes I have to wait months or years for a game to go on sale cheap enough so I can buy it. Yeah. When you're on limited income, you can't afford to buy video games. Once things get so much more expensive, you might as well just stop gaming.
And you want to charge me more money? We've seen the cost of price of games go up from 60 to 70, and literally game quality has gone down since that inception. We also saw the same thing happen between 50 and 60.
I remember if there's a few games that I played a few years ago on Game Pass that if I would have bought it, I would be getting a refund because the game was simply broken and kept crashing.
The thing is, these publishers and developers, Shuhei, are looking at it from the perspective of not how much quality we bring into the market, but they're looking at it in terms of how much money can we pull from that other customer. And that's exactly what's going to be happening.
They're like, you got your paycheck? Just give us your paycheck to buy the video game.
The problem is that people are getting priced out of the market specifically, and it's literally blowing up in game publishers' faces.
I agree.
Because when you're talking about what a game is a steal, it's literally going ahead and backfiring in front of your face at the fact that games that are $50 right now are selling far more, doing far better, and have high...
That's what I'm saying. If games were at $50, you would sell a lot more. See what I'm talking about? It's affordable. $49.99 for a game. $50 is affordable for a lot of people for a video game. $70, $80, $90, $100 plus is not. And usually those $50 games will go on sale around the holidays for like $30, making it more affordable.
Higher player counts consecutively, even at being at a lower price point directly. Don't believe me? Claire Obscure Expedition 33 had 145,000 peak
The fact that this game plays on an older computer says something about that game, right? I have problems with the parry system on the controller, but the fact that it can play on a Ryzen 3 and a RX 580 goes to show you that game is pretty much optimized. And a lot of people can buy that game and play it on medium settings and not have any problems with it. The game is beautiful, not on low, but the game is beautiful, and it's a great game to play. I have to learn some stuff to get better at it, but I mean, I hear that they're working on the parry system to fix the bugs in the parry system on Xbox Game Pass, but I downloaded on Xbox Game Pass without using the controllers, and I'm not used to using a keyboard and mouse in the game, but I tested on an older computer, and Expedition 33 absolutely ran fine. So, I mean, there's that. But the parry system and stuff, apparently on Xbox consoles and on Game Pass streaming, has some bit of an issue from what I hear. So, but other than that, I don't really have anything too much negative to say. Every time I go back and play the game, more and more I enjoy it. I get my ass kicked a lot, but I enjoy it. And the fact that it can run on an older computer that doesn't have ray tracing hardware or anything says a lot about Expedition 33. It opens up a lot for people to play.
Current player count throughout its entire
Look at
lifetime
it. Look at
online. Right now, there's 77,000 people playing that game. I'm currently in the middle of
See, look at that. 77,000 people on Steam playing the game. How many people are also playing it on Xbox Game Pass on PC? Add to that number.
2, a $50 JRPG, or shall I say,
$50.
a
Yep.
JRPG, is completely demolishing and destroying
Imagine if that becomes Game of the Year.
everything in the market. It has taken over the entire
A $50 game becomes Game of the Year. Think about that.
communication space of video game conversation simply because they dared to do something different in the actual space.
I would be happy if it wins Game of the Year.
And it's $50. So when we're looking at a game that is a steal and a customer being more concerned with their money, what are they going to do? Am I going to spend $80 for a 12-hour experience that's broken, buggy at launch? Or am I going to spend $50, get 100+ hours out of my game time, have a much better experience overall, and play the potential game of the year? You see why that doesn't work?
Right?
You see why that doesn't make any sense? Because game titles that are coming around, and either indie titles as well, are completely knocking you guys out of the park in every single facet. You want to charge more money for customers, yet at the same time, you're not providing anything back.
It's $50. Expedition 33 could be Game of the Year. I mean, despite a little bugs over in the Xbox end, I mean... And it can play on older hardware? $50 for a game. If it becomes Game of the Year and wins Game of the Year at a $50 game, what's that going to tell to all these other companies that want to charge $70, $80, $90, $100 plus? A $50 game just won.
In return
You get it?
for charging more money. And I think a bigger reason why Expedition 33 is doing so well is because it seems like that game was in fact made by people who play video games. You see, according to Games Radar as well, it turns out that the Clear Obscure Expedition 33 director is more than just a fan of Devil May Cry. His own YouTube channel is nothing but impressive DMC5 challenge runs, which of course makes a whole lot of sense. So now we have directors of video games actually play video games and do no-hit runs, triple S rank style Devil May Cry runs on their own YouTube channel. It's almost like the people that play video games know more about making video games and pricing video games. The problem with the current industry right now is that too many suits are in the kitchen. And they
That's
have
right.
No idea
Too
what
many
makes a good game
suits.
in
I
the
agree
first
with
place.
that.
We see horrible decisions being made. We see watering everything down, trying to hit the most amount of masses, and at the same time, make everything completely bland, boring, and rote, and charge them more money for it simply because, oh, we got to hit our quarterly financials, put the game out now, patch it later.
See, if you put out a high quality game at $50 and make sure everything is working fine, you sell a lot of copies. If you sell thousands and thousands of copies, that's a lot of money at $50. If you put out a game that's broken at $80 or $90, you're not making your money back. You might financially go in the hole. If you have a game that's a quality game, but it's over $100, you're going to not sell a lot of copies because no one's going to be able to afford it. But like I said, this is the reason why I was saying this the whole time. Nice picture. And that's a nice pause right there. Alex looks like he's about to do something to his microphone. But that's the reason why I was saying... I can't stop looking at Alex. Oh, sexy man. Anyways, what was I saying? Alex interrupted me. I squirreled myself. Oh, your girl squirreled herself over here? Oh my god. Look how good a $50 game's doing. Look how good a quality $50 game's doing compared to some games that cost a lot more. Yeah.
Charge more money, then fire everybody at the end. Everybody sees these things happen all the time in the industry. Yet for some reason, this really awkward defense happens.
People over at Expedition 33 is rolling in some cash from how much that they're selling at that price point. It's an affordable game. People are buying it and playing it and enjoying it.
consistently. Bro, it's 2025. Why don't you spend the $80? Because clearly games that are $50 or even less are far better worth my time. Look at the budgets of games like Marathon, $500 million washed down the drain. Look what happened to every other major AAA game that's come out recently. Assassin's Creed Shadows, they didn't talk about sales, they talked about player count, so clearly we know how that went. Dragon Age: The Veilguard would be another one. Concord, Suicide Squad.
Oh my god, the new Dragon Age game was not a Dragon Age game. And Concord, that game's no longer for sale. It was only for sale for 1 week before they had to refund everybody's money.
I'd kill the Justice League. Don't forget about one of those, by the way. There are so many games that have massive amounts of budgets going around and being complete commercial flops because they are tailoring to no one, and that's the actual issue happening. But the thing is, the biggest problem of all of this is when game companies get far too greedy, and the problem is when a good game...
Relax. Just relax. Relax, mouse. I don't know what flower that you've been smoking, but relax.
Is caught in the crossfires of this. Doom the Dark Ages has been a topic of conversation recently, being discussed as to why the game has an incredibly low player count. If you look at things, though, from a proper lens, you can see that there are a few factors in between.
Forced ray tracing. It's forced ray tracing. That game has problems out the wazoo if you look at a lot of the reviews
that are causing a lot of these issues. The first thing is when you look at Doom 2016, the peak concurrent player count for that game was 44,000 players directly. When you look at something like Doom Eternal, you have 104,000 concurrent players at its all-time peak. Now, granted, in my personal opinion, this is a complete anomaly, mostly because this was exactly the time when everybody was, again, trapped inside with nothing to do. So you might as well go ahead, rip and tear, and play the new Doom game. And I think that's why this game succeeded far more than so many others. That's not to say it's not because it's not a great game, because clearly it honestly was. And at the time
Doom
of its
Eternal
release,
was good, okay.
I feel like it should have won Game of the Year over Last of Us 2.
I agree.
But the issue is this was under incredibly strenuous circumstances and shouldn't be, in my opinion, be taken as a direct catalyst of the success of this game. Granted, it was good. I personally don't think it would have hit 100,000 concurrent players if it wasn't for the fact that everybody was trapped inside, though. And I waited for just past the weekend to check this out because the Dark Ages hit a concurrent all-time peak of 31,470, around 13,000 players less than Doom 2016. And honestly, I feel that this has been a perfect cocktail of complete cannibalization of this game specifically and what's happening more in the gaming industry. You see, people are trying to point fingers and figure out exactly what happened with Doom the Dark Ages. The first thing, though, is in fact the game does contain the Nouveau DRM, which is a major factor. In fact, according to Gaming on Linux, it turns out that if you try to use a different Proton layer with the Nouveau DRM active, you will then go ahead and get locked out of your game for 24
So I wonder if I installed it on the old computer and I uninstalled the game because it wouldn't even run. Did that take the Nouveau out of my system, or do I have to completely reinstall Windows?
hours. That's right, a game you actually purchased that you legally own the license for, by the way, not the game. That's how these things work. If you try to use a different Proton layer on your Steam Deck...
But does Doom the Dark Ages have the Nouveau if you downloaded it through Xbox Game Pass? That's the question.
In order for the game to properly work, it will literally lock you out of playing your own game that you bought for 24 hours.
Oh my God.
Forget the fact that you're sitting there and you're getting worse performance because the Nouveau has been proven to provide worse performance in game overall. You are now literally locked out as a paying customer of the actual product that you in fact purchased because they want to add a restriction of DRM on top of it. Even though people want to talk about pirated copies when every other game that doesn't have the Nouveau also sells incredibly well. I'm looking at you, Baldur's Gate 3. It's almost like DRM shouldn't even be a factor, but that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
So not only are you dealing with...
Well, the Nouveau is the one that really needs to go away. I won't buy any game that has the Nouveau. If I see a game that's for sale or something and it has the Nouveau, it's an instant no buy for me.
DRM that locks you out of your own game that you legally purchased if you try to use a different Proton layer on Linux. And don't come with me the whole like, why did you use Windows? Everybody fucking hates Windows, let's be real, especially Windows 11. But the other big
I'm sorry, I'm the outlier here. I love Windows 11. I have never had any problems with it, so.
big issue, which I want to bring back to what
I have a real problem with Linux, though, but anyways.
Shuhei Yoshida said, is in fact the pricing of Doom the Dark Ages. 70 USD, and even then, 80 euros.
Holy shit, it's $70. The premium edition is $100. For a game that's bullshit. Easy peasy. Imagine buying this game and you realize the game doesn't run because you do not have ray tracing on your video card, but you have the computer that meets the minimum specs of the game besides ray tracing. They should just have it on the system requirements. Forced ray tracing. If your computer does not have ray tracing, you cannot play this game. Have that warning on there before people buy it.
Specifically, now if you wanted to play the game 2 days early, that's $100 USD. We're going to tack on 30 more bucks to play a single player game 2 days earlier, boys. Isn't that a great idea? So we're not.
I can't figure out why it's a single player game when the whole game sets up. With the whole game, some of the battle places are setting up to almost look like a multiplayer game in a lot of aspects. Plus, the music is absolutely atrocious on that game.
Already in the $100 video game purchase price point. This isn't a multiplayer game where you get an advantage. This isn't anything along that lane.
The only reason why I played this game on my laptop is I streamed it. So therefore I didn't care. Because there's no installing the game, there's no de novo and everything else. I was playing probably the console version of the game. No DRM.
It's not an MMO, it's not an ARPG where you have a reason to spend more money up front. It's simply because to give you the FOMO. We know you're that much of a simp that you're going to give us more money up front because you want to play just like
I will never buy this game.
Your favorite streamer does. And I was lucky enough to get a copy from Microsoft, but that doesn't mean they're not going to get cooked and ratioed in this actual video. So not only do we have DRM on Doom the Dark Ages, not only do we have a $100 early access version because clearly every company wants your single dollar that they possibly can, we now have the complete lack and inability of every game studio and publisher trying to go ahead and implement ray tracing into every game that they want to put out. Not only doing it as an optional sort of thing like, hey, if you got the hardware, go ahead and do it. We're now considering going ahead and making it a mandatory thing for ray tracing to be used inside of every game. There's no option to turn it off because there's no global illumination. I mean, look at these requirements for the recommended specs of Doom the Dark Ages. We're looking at an RTX 3080 GPU or better and an AMD 6800 GPU or better. Right. For 1440p, 60 FPS, high quality. You know what? Games used to be optimized. Games used to be good. And Doom is an optimized game if you have a ray tracing capable card. The problem is they are literally locking out hundreds, if not thousands, if not more than tens of thousands of players simply because
that's what I've been saying.
Add ray tracing directly into the game as a requirement and not as an option. I know people are going to be like, well, bro, just upgrade, bro. You got like a PC. It's been like 7 years since they made the 20 series. Just buy a new one. Yeah, right. Why not just give players the option to go ahead and use that graphical ability rather than make...
Absolutely, because I really would like to see if Doom the Dark Ages would run on my old AMD desktop, my old gaming computer. It doesn't have ray tracing, and I'm not going to buy a new graphics card for it. So I have a gaming laptop, but I just wanted to see how good it runs, but I can't because of the ray tracing, and it says you got to have a GPU capable of 8 gigabytes of VRAM. The RX 580 has 8 gigabytes of VRAM. I just wanted to see how the game runs. But no, you gotta have ray tracing. And then the ray tracing, I hear, is causing performance issues anyways, so.
Making it a requirement. Talking about how things are going to be pushed forward in the gaming industry, how things should look better, is nothing more than a sucker Digital Foundry pixel counter honestly does, because every single person that uses that company and that actual YouTube channel is literally one of those people. Let me zoom in 800% on this one corner of the screen. Oh, those 2 pixels are out of place. I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah, you're that same guy who's like, wow.
I've seen video games that look really great without ray tracing, and then you add ray tracing and you're like, with ray tracing, yeah. Like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, it's got ray tracing on it, right? I've seen the game maxed out, settings, everything. I played it on my laptop, maxed out, right? Ray tracing, and it looks okay, but then you go and turn up all the settings without ray tracing, and the game still looks really amazing. And you turn off ray tracing and you get some more frames per second. Not to mention, like I said, the game, the Ratchet and Clank game on my old AMD 3100 Ryzen 3, 16 gigs of RAM, and RX 580 plays the game pretty goddamn well. And I noticed that when I played on my Core i7 RX 560, not 560, I'm doing it again, ain't I? RX 460, there's some graphical glitches in the game where it's not present on AMD hardware, but on Intel hardware it's present. And apparently, I went to go look this up, and apparently on some Intel and NVIDIA based hardware, the game can have glitches with ray tracing. So I turn off ray tracing and the graphical glitches goes away, and the game actually runs in higher frame rate. Imagine that. But then there's other games that I have ray tracing turned on my laptop, and guess what? It's no graphical glitches. So I don't know what's up with that. But Ratchet and Clank is another one of those games on AMD based hardware. The game seems to run better than it does on Intel based hardware. So, and my laptop is leaps and bounds a hell of a lot better than my desktop is. So
look at all the reflections. That's great. Takes a screenshot, gets 2 FPS for that screenshot, goes back into settings, turns all that shit back off to actually get a frame rate that's fucking playable in the video game. That's the problem. My GPU and my PC is honestly fantastic. I have a 7900 XT and a 7700X CPU. I can run the game just fine. The problem is I could have had a much better experience overall, had a much better frame rate overall, and not been required to sit there and need upscaling, frame generation, and also the bullshit added on there simply because id wanted to go ahead and use my ray tracing for my reflections. This is exactly why we have so many people going around and realizing, wow, this game is $80, but it really looks almost exactly the same as the other game. It only looks different when I zoom in or when I stop playing the video game.
Yeah.
Oh, ray tracing is on? I couldn't really tell.
Yep.
I was too busy, I don't know, playing the video game and not stopping, doing nothing, looking at a puddle for 20 minutes to figure out if it's global illumination or ray tracing reflections. So with all that being said, let's tie it all back together and put a nice little bow on top of it. The statements made by Shuhei basically show that publishers and developers are going to want to maximize the amount of money they make for every single copy sold, regardless of how much quality is
because it's all greed. It's all greed.
Variable pricing is great. That doesn't mean
there's a lot of stuff that's going to cause the video game market to crash. There's going to be another video game crash coming.
Price needs to go up every single time. It can also go down, as we've seen with E33 and even Elder Scrolls Oblivion. The issue today is that too many game companies feel that they should be able to go ahead and charge more money for their product, even though their product doesn't deserve it. And
that's
I 100% will make this statement right now. Video games should not be costing more than $50.
I agree. I agree.
End of story.
I
if
100%
your budget is so
agree.
bloated and your inability to go ahead and budget yourself correctly and because you want to go ahead and create overbloat in your game is costing you to create and spend more money than you should. That's not my fucking concern as a consumer, because all I've seen ever since these price hikes is worse games overall,
I agree.
more broken games overall,
I agree.
and a worse experience overall. And it's going to continually happen because people are avoiding the real problem that's happening in the gaming industry, especially publishers and developers.
Well, and I'm gonna end his video right there. And I'm gonna say this. Your girl's gonna sit here and say this. Does everything gotta use Unreal Engine 5? Does everything always gotta have Unreal Engine? Unreal Engine 5 is the most buggiest game engine ever. Quit using it. And here's another thing. Does as much as I love purple, as much as I love pink, does every video game gotta seem to have purple and pink stuff in it all the time? Does every game almost gotta have the same overall look to it as well? I mean, for fuck's sakes. Whoops. For fuck's sakes. I had a glitch there. So, yeah, I don't know. And then you have games that come out that are so goddamn expensive, that are so broken. Like, I don't know. Like Doom: The Dark Ages. There are some parts in the game that you can't figure out how to get past. People say, well, that's a talent issue. No, it's not. And I don't care whether the game has reflections or not, to be honest with you. And to go farther on the ray tracing stuff, I have played games with ray tracing. I have played games without ray tracing. Without ray tracing, the game still looks incredibly nice, and you have better performance overall. So necessarily, I don't need ray tracing. I have a graphics card in my laptop that can do ray tracing just fine. 144 hertz, 1080p display, and ray tracing, and yet and a 20-core processor, and yet you still get more frame rates without ray tracing. I don't get it. I don't get it. And yes, I do play a lot of games. Just stream it. I don't have to deal with the DRM crap. Plus, I don't have endless amounts of storage on my laptop. So I stream everything. I don't have to worry about whether the game has de novo or some kind of cryptic DRM. And plus, if the game is broken, I don't have to worry about going through a refund process. You see what I'm saying? I can't. The video game industry is at a point where it's ultimately the most stupidest place ever. And everybody's out for greed and making crappy games while they charge more for it, and it's absolutely stupid if you ask me. With that being said, we're heading down a very bad path for video games. And like I said, without Game Pass, I won't be playing video games. That's the only way I can afford video games. Video games are fun. It's a way to play video games towards the end of the evening, and then you wind down after your day, play some video games, and then you get ready for bed. And yeah, it's just a way to wind down and stuff. And whatever. Anymore, it's like, you can't do that, you know? Unless you have a lot of money and stuff. And I understand that video games can cause other kinds of problems in relationships and stuff, but I wish people would stop bringing that up when we're sitting here talking about the prices of video games, because I was having a conversation on Facebook the other day, and somebody said, well, I'm glad that the cost of video games are going astronomical. Then my girlfriend, she will have to stop playing video games. And I'm like, do you understand that she's doing something that she loves, right? Wanting her to do something else. And was it taking time away from what they were supposed to do, right? No, because apparently she only plays 2 hours every day. She only plays 2 hours every day. What's the problem then? And she plays, and they don't have any kids. They don't have any kids or anything, and she plays while her partner goes to work. She plays 2 hours before her partner goes to work, and then she ends up going to work before her partner gets home. So one works in the days, the other works, and yes, they're lesbians too, by the way. Just wanting to throw that out there, but she has a problem with her girlfriend playing games for 2 hours before she goes to work. Well, one thing, lady, you're at work while she's playing the video games. And she plays 2 hours before she has to end up going to work. Because she gets off relatively late at night, and she does not want to, basically, I guess, disturb her wife while she's sleeping, playing video games. And what's the problem with playing 2 hours of video games? How is it interrupting your life, playing 2 hours of video games while you are at work, and she's at home going about her day? You're working, she's at home going about her day, and then she only allows herself 2 hours, then she gets ready for work. So you're an advocate for price increases to stop your girlfriend from playing video games for 2 hours. It's not causing a harm on your relationship because you're not at home. I think what's causing your relationship strain is the work hours. She works evenings and you work days. When you come home, she's at work. Times are tough, I understand. People's got to work, but people's also got to play video games too. Apparently they all handle their responsibilities very, very well. So, I think the lady has no room to complain that her girlfriend games for 2 hours. I see a bunch of people complaining about their husbands, wives, playing video games, and they want the price of video games to be so expensive that no one be able to play video games anymore. I understand if it becomes a problem, then yes. But then you can work something out, right? But video games is a way for people to lose themselves. Somebody comes home from work and they had a bad day, they get on and play an hour or two of video games. There's nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with that. But if you play video games all the time and you're ignoring your husband or wife and ignoring your kids, then that's a problem. But stop bringing that up while we're talking about the prices of video games, okay? Because you're not helping anybody by wanting the prices of video games increase because you have a relationship issue. And some of your relationship issues does not make any sense. I see all those comments, right? All of us who play video games want affordable video games. In the time where everything's going up, the prices are increasing of everything else, and most video games are digital, there should be no price increase. $50 is affordable for a lot of people. $50 is affordable to a lot of people, and you sell more copies, and the game is more of a success at $50. When it's more expensive, it doesn't sell a lot. And when it's really expensive and the game has all kinds of problems, well, then it definitely doesn't sell. But like Expedition 33, it's $50, and look how well the game is. The game is selling so much, everybody's playing it. It may become Game of the Year. Why? Because it's an affordable video game. It doesn't have a lot of bugs, and people are enjoying it. And it's a cheap video game. It's at an affordable price. Look, I love to have a conversation with people about really high-priced video games, right? That's something I would love to do, but you can't do it on social media because you always get those people that advocate for, high prices, and they want to poor shame you or something. And it's absolutely miserable. And I asked one person, I said, would you pay $350 for a video game? And they go, well, if it's GTA 6, I would get the Ultimate Collection for $1,000, and I would easily pay that because I'm not broke. And I'm like, what mortgage are you going to take out to be able to afford that? And they go, well, I'll just put it on my credit card. And I'm just hearing the Peter Griffin song, the credit card debt song. I'm in credit card debt. I'm never going to pay it back. Credit card debt? I guarantee that's what's going to happen to those people. Anyways, one guy said that he's going to spend however much it takes for GTA 6, and then he's going to quit his job just to play it. That's not financially sound. So you're just going to buy the game on a credit card and then quit your job and not be able to pay back that credit card or pay your rent or everything else? How are you going to play that game once your power gets shut off, your internet gets shut off, and you get evicted out of your apartment? All because you want to quit your job just to play a game. And the guy told me that he didn't care how much it cost. There's people that don't have a lot of sound minds. And there's a lot of people that are not great. And these are the people that these companies are like, money, you gave us the money. We don't care if you get evicted from your apartment or not. You gave us the money. You helped us get golden toilet paper. Stop it. We all need to band together and say we want better games at lower prices. That's what needs to happen. Anyways, I'm going to go and grab something to eat, and I'll see you guys on Saturday with the Minecraft stream. Family-friendly and kid-friendly stream Saturday. Minecraft stream. Alright. I'll see y'all on the next video and the next live stream. Love from your girl Angel. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Stay sane out there, and let's all come together for cheaper and better video games.